Good evening and welcome to Istanbul as we get down to the business end of this year's EuroCup campaign. And the 5,000-seater capacity Volkswagen Arena is the venue where Darussafaka Istanbul will be entertaining the team getting off the bus here a few moments ago, FC Bayern Munich, two of the three juggernauts that have just powered their way through to the last four in the EuroCup. It was always a question of when these two teams would meet. Well, here they are, colliding at the semi-final stage. Both teams 2 wins from making an appearance in the EuroCup final. And all 4 of the surviving teams, including these two, of course, looking ahead and hoping that victory in the EuroCup will propel them back into the Euro League, because that is the prize at stake for the winners. And it really is a very, very close call, this one. Darussafaka have home advantage in this best-of-3 series. That might prove very significant indeed. Both teams very strong at home. Indeed, Bayern Munich unbeaten, but Bayern not the best travellers. Can Darussafaka take full advantage of home comforts and secure a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series this evening in front of what is sure to be a very noisy 5,000 fans, and not too many travelling fans have made the journey south to Istanbul either. Well, FC Bayern Munich were expected to get this far, as indeed were Darussafaka, and here they are. They've arrived here in very, very different ways. Darussafaka, they're all about defense, playing it tough. They've averaged just over 70 points a game they've allowed. And anytime you're holding a team like Gran Canaria and how explosive they can be to 70 points, as they did in a game, you know defensively they're doing their job. As for Bayern, their 87.2 points per game is second highest in the EuroCup, and the man that's really led the charge for them in recent weeks is this man right here, Devin Booker. He has been on fire in the paint, particularly the longer the competition has gone on. In the round of 16, Booker averaged 17 points a game, 6.3 rebounds. And in the quarterfinal series against Unix, 15.7 points and a whopping great 7 rebounds. Booker can take over the inside game. And it's going to be fascinating to see how he goes head-to-head with one or two of the Darussafaka big men, in particular Jawan Johnson and Micheal Eric, as well as Furkan Aldemir. But the key man for Darussafaka is this man right here, Scotty Wilbekin, number 2 in the EuroCup in terms of points, right up there in terms of his overall contribution as well, with his steals and with his assists, and he's averaged just shy of 5 assists per game throughout the EuroCup campaign. They go as Scotty Wilbekin goes. And it was no accident that the 2 regular season games Darussafaka lost, Scotty Wilbekin did not play. So the Bayern Munich players coming out for their introduction. As I say, it's going to be a hostile one. Alex King there knows all about the EuroCup. This, if he plays, will be his 98th EuroCup game. Didn't play in the quarter-final series. Coming through there, the man in the mark, Danilo Bartel. That's the man that's replaced Milan Matchvan to such good effect. When Matchvan went down, the warning signs went up for Bayern, but Bartel in particular has stepped up as Devin Booker comes through, followed by another one of the big men. Mike Zerb is there. He's a very, very valuable player off the bench in the paint for Slater Djordjevic's team. Not many fans have travelled. There are a hardy band of Bayern Munich souls perched up high in the Volkswagen Arena, hoping to see their team take one step closer to the EuroCup final. But they are going to have to win a game right here, either now or next week, if they're to do that. And that is going to be a tough ask against David Blatt's Darussafaka, playing in what has been their home court since 2015, this Volkswagen Arena. Stanton Kidd will be the first player introduced, followed by, of course, the man that makes it all happen for them, Scotty Wilbekin. They are without James Bell. He's out. He got a broken foot in the quarterfinals, so he'll be missing. Now, Kartan Ozmizrak managed to step in pretty well there for the home side, but both these two teams without one of their key front court players. It really is just a case of how you manage to cover up the absence of a key player. Well, one of the keys for Darussafaka is that man right there. Furkan Aldemir, and here's another one. Howard Sandros. What a season he's having. Closing in on 40 steals for the season. Howard Sandros, Juan Johnson, Micheal Eric, a couple of key big men, and the vastly experienced David Blatt. Sasha Djordjevic, the other head coach. Those two coaches have a lot of time for each other. They consider each other friends. They have an awful lot of respect for each other. And they know each other's game pretty well. There's the Bayern lineup. We will expect to see a lot of Cunningham, and Vladimir Lucic healthy again as well, number 11. He's really stepped up against Unix. Darussafaka's roster pretty much as expected as well. The big guys, Johnson and Eric, Sandros will be a key, and number 1, of course, Scotty Wilbekin. Will Cummings has had his production dropped off a little bit in recent weeks. Maybe they're trying to keep him fresh for the semi-finals. Well, everybody better be fresh. There's always a few knocks and niggles, but you have to just shrug those off. Potentially 3 games away from a EuroCup appearance. Vladimir Lucic for Bayern Munich, and Sasha Djordjevic has his team ready. He also has Vladimir Lucic, number 11, who is a EuroCup winner with Valencia back in 2014, Djordjevic. Former Panathinaikos coach in the EuroLeague a couple of seasons ago. Very capable, very screws and giving you nowhere to go. Bayern will want to get a lead and hold it. If you fall behind against Darussafaka, it's a hard team to score points against. So they've got to get over their travel sickness early, Bayern. They certainly can't afford to fall behind early either. Bartel, who came in for the injured Milan match fan, and really stood out in the round 15 game against Fiat Turin. 21 points and 8 rebounds, along with 5 assists. Huge contribution from the German front court player. Just shows what kind of depth that Sasha Djordjevic has at his disposal on that Bayern bench. Reggie Redding, no one talks about him, but he always makes plays. And similarly with Darussafaka, they may have a core of players, but David Blatt will happily turn to his bench as well when the need arises. Well, both teams have been very respectful towards each other in the build-up to this one, as you would expect. It is the marquee matchup of the semi-finals, with no disrespect to Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar and Grisin Bonreggio Emilia in the other semi-final, but these two, a couple of real EuroCup juggernauts this year, and only one of them can advance to the EuroCup final. Will it be Bayern Munich, or will it be David Blatt's Darussafaka? The next 40 minutes of play will go a long way to giving us our answer. good to see a crowd out in force. Now let's see what Bayern have got up their sleeve, and let's see what Darussafaka have got up their sleeves defensively as we get ready for this one. Both these two teams very strong defensively as well, as you'd expect with the likes of Booker and Zerbis on one side and Eric and Johnson, Aldemir on the other. They're both dragging their offensive rebounds as well. Jared Cunningham there just getting ready, the crowd getting ready, and there's not too many spare seats in the auditorium tonight. It's filling up fast, and we are ready for the opening tip-off in this best-of-3 series between FC Bayern Munich and Darussafaka Istanbul. A place in the EuroCup final awaits the winner of this series, and it's Bayern with the first possession of this first game with Stefan Jovic. Jovic will go for the layup and immediately will draw a foul. Mohamed Baigel. Guilty party there, just a little nudge from Baigel. Jovic drove through, so that will send Jovic to the line, the former Crvena Zvezda man who's been so effective dishing out the assists this season. Jovic coming into this one third in the EuroCup with 5.7 assists per game, and in the series against Unix he topped that, 6.3 assists. So, from the line, Bayern draw first blood, but here is Scotty Wilbekin, and here is Jawan Johnson, Mohamed Baigel. Wilbekin being very closely guarded by Cunningham, still can't shake Cunningham off. Wilbekin getting double teamed there, and then he'll set up Santros, who rattles the rim, and no more, and it's collected by Jovic, who hustled back there. So a positive start this for Bayern. Can they keep it up? Here's Danilo Bartel taking a look and then checking, goes low. Booker. Well, he misses. Just sweeping in and collecting there was Baigel, the 25-year-old guard. Micheal Eric. Just got nudged there by Reggie Redding, was it? Or was it Stefan Jovic? Redding got there first, Jovic got there second. The ball goes against, and they got their second, Jovic. So inbound from Wilbekin to Johnson, Eric, Santros, the distinctive Cuban. Back to Eric, who is guarded here by Danilo Bartel, so we'll have to go for a jumper, and that rattles the rim, and Darussafaka come up dry again as Booker collects the rebound. Cunningham spins away beautifully there from Mohamed Baigel. That was brilliant and dazzling from Jared Cunningham. Confident start this for Bayern. Yes, only 90 seconds in, but if they can replicate this throughout the rest of the series, they'll be in good shape. Good luck with that. It's a start, no more than that. Baigel. Guarded by Booker, so we'll have to go for a big three that doesn't even touch the rim. And we've all talked about Darussafaka and their defensive strength. Right now, Bayern defensively are giving Darussafaka no shooting lanes at all. And they remain scoreless, the home side. Booker will get it back out to Jovic. Jovic will go for the layup, and he'll just take what's available, and Bayern continuing to be efficient, if not flashy, and they've opened up a healthy 6-point lead here in just over the first 2 minutes of this one. So when can Darussafaka's offense spark into life? We know that it's all about defense with them, and meanwhile that's Jared Cunningham going down there after a collision with Micheal Eric that was off the ball. So Eric will take a seat. Let's see if we can take another look at that. Yeah, Cunningham didn't see him, ran into him, and that is a big load of Micheal Eric to run into. So he will sit down. Bayern will look to add to this 6-0 lead. Danilo Bartel. Booker. Reggie Redding's doing a lot of work in front of him, but Booker will go for a jumper that rattles in and out. Jawan Johnson collects and gives it to Howard Santros. The distributor on this Darussafaka team. Johnson out to Beigel. They're still having trouble getting anywhere near the paint at the moment. No penetration here from Darussafaka. Sandroos has to go back again. Beigel looks and checks, then can get into the paint, but can't find the bucket. Misfire after misfire. The outlet pass finds Booker. Booker will send it back out. Cunningham goes low post, back to Booker. Booker back to the bucket, working on Furkan Aldemir, and then joining the party, Danilo Bartel, and Bayern are running away with this early here. Well, it was a very ambitious pass, but Booker was ready for it, and then when he got it back, he looked round and saw the man in the basket turned up. And that's enough for David Blatt. Not the start Darussafaka would have wanted. If you'd have said a Scotty Wilbekin-led team had failed to trouble the scoreboard operators in the first 3 minutes of this game, that would have been considered a huge surprise. And Darussafaka, all about defense, not showing much of that at the moment because Bayern have been efficient in their trips to the basket, taken what's available. But in contrast, the Istanbul side have barely penetrated the paint. They've had to go for a couple of ambitious long shots. And they need to find more of a cutting edge. Here's Jared Cunningham with that lovely spin move there. Confidence from Jovic. Kind of looked off Micheal Eric there just to freeze him. And just took the layup himself. Nothing flash and fancy about Bayern's work. Just very effective. So he's got his skill guys out there. He's got Wilbekin, he's got Sandroos. Stanton Kidd now checks in as well. He's one of their key defensive players. Doesn't put up huge numbers, Stanton Kidd, but will do a lot of good work defensively. It often goes under the radar as a result. Here is Kidd, Sandroos. Sandroos looking to try and penetrate, and he can't go anywhere either. And so Kidd will go for a big three that rattles the rim. Aldemir will collect that. He collects a lot of offensive rebounds, Furkan Aldemir, 2.1 per game coming in. Sandroos. Johnson have to send it back out. Kidd, clock's ticking, and it's picked off by Stefan Jovic, and again, no meaningful shot. They have not had a chance at a basket they would expect to score off. Darussafaka through 4 minutes of play. Jovic went for the finger roll, and that didn't quite drop. That's the good news for Darussafaka. The bad news is 4 minutes gone. 0 points. Nothing on the board at all for the guys in green. Is that about to end here? Finally, Juwan Johnson says enough is enough. We might be late, but we've come to the party now. Let's have some fun. There's Reggie Redding looking to have some fun. He's found a little crease, and he'll draw the whistle as well. So Redding, again, just takes a little burst. A little change of pace there. And you can give him the and one. Aldemir was there. So too was Johnson. The foul, the and one, just keeps Bayern very much in a comfort zone. Remember, the visitors have to win one game on this court if they're to progress to the final. Well, they've certainly made a very, very bright start here. Now, what can the Cuban, Howard Sandroos, do about that? Kidd's trying to work inside him. Aldemir just has to give it back to Sandroos, who will have to go for a huge three. Once again, Bayern just giving them nowhere to go. Bartel, Booker loses out there and then gets it at the second bite. Working ahead of Aldemir. Bartel for three. Aldemir collects that. Wilbekin has it picked off in there. Oh, it's a disaster this for Darussafaka, and a big flush from Devin Booker. That's a double-digit lead right there. And Wilbekin had his pocket picked brilliantly by Jovic, and Booker said, that's in your face, Darussafaka. We've come to take this game one from you. And right now, that's exactly what they're doing. Well, that's one of those real confidence sappers. Johnson will send it out to Sandroos from the edge. Nothing doing. Jared Cunningham collects. They can't buy a break at the moment. Cunningham, oh! This is just dazzling stuff for Bayern, and it's so easy as well. The alley-oop for a Booker that was just all on his own under the rim. Can't leave him there. 15-2, can you believe it? Johnson cuts the deficit. But Juwan Johnson, through 6 minutes, is the only player to score for Darussafaka so far. They trail by 11, and Bayern are just making this look ridiculously easy. Booker goes in, Aldemir. Here's the whistle. They are having such problems with Devin Booker. That is hardly a surprise. Booker can wreak havoc in your paint if you let him. And right now, they are letting him. Well, it can only get better. That's the good news for David Black. Right now, it's pretty close to terrible. Smooth and effortless from the big fella, who will check out, and the even bigger fella will check in. Mike Zerbis, the long-time Bamberg, Cervena Zvezda and Maccabi man, will come in. Juwan Johnson was covered. That's why that broke down. Mizrak guarded by Anton Gavel. They're still stuck on the starting blocks here, Darussafaka. Someone needs to tell them the game's got going. Here's Mike Zerbes. Cunningham will go for a jumper. That falls nicely for Kidd. Mizrak back out to Kidd. Wilbekin, who's been a non-factor through the first 6.5 minutes of this one. Nothing doing there. Johnson rather fortuitously collects it, sends it back to Mizrak, who rattles the rim. Brilliantly done there by Micheal Eric. And it won't drop, but there is the whistle. So finally, they can just try and calm things down here as Mike Zerbis gets assessed there. That hustle right under the rim. That battle with Micheal Eric. Reggie Redding came over to help as well. It's pretty physical under that basket. Will Cummings, so he's been very quiet in these last few games. The one-time Temple man. Well, Darussafaka will take a spark from any available source right now. Whether that's Cummings or anybody else at the moment. Nothing is working for them. They've fallen behind very early against a ruthless and clinical Bayern Munich. Micheal Eric goes 2 for 2 from the line. Bartel will give it back to the veteran Anton Gavel, the former Bamberg man. Bartel back to Gavel. Goes for the alley-oop, nothing doing there. That was guarded by Micheal Eric. Juwan Johnson will bring it back down the other way. Kidd back to the basket, tries to spin, doesn't work. Furkan, or rather Danilo Bartel will say, I'll collect that, thank you very much. Doing a really good job on the boards as well here so far, Bayern. Cunningham, again, terrific movement. Nobody there as Reggie Redding found a bit of space for himself, collects his own rebound here, Redding. Despite being double-teamed, he managed to find Anton Gavel. Gavel's drawn a double team, still keeps possession, then recycles it to Jared Cunningham, who went for a beauty. That is dazzling stuff from Jared Cunningham. What great hustle as well. First from Redding, then from Gavel. And then Cunningham with a beautiful bank shot for a 14-point Bayern lead, and suddenly it's got quiet. Juwan Johnson, guarded by Bartel, goes for the jumper. Nothing doing. Mike Zerbis says, I'll have that. Anton Gavel can bring this one away. Inside 2 minutes of a first quarter that can't end soon enough for Darussafaka. They need to find an antidote to this. Bartel out to Cunningham. Cunningham swings it to big Mike Zerbis. And that's dropped as well. Everything dropping, it seems, for Bayern. It's been a horror show of a first quarter this for Darussafaka. Their much vaunted offense being torn to shreds. Well, their defense, should I say, and their offense just can't get going at all there. There is a whistle that goes against Micheal Eric as Mike Zerbes will pick up that one as well. But not much has gone wrong for Bayern. Zerbes just asking for a little bit of clarification there. Kartal Ozmizrak sits down. Scotty Wilbekin comes back in. Wilbekin, the key to this team, yet to make any kind of contribution at all. Micheal Eric makes a complete mess of the and one. That's a real sign of confidence, lack of it, from the Darussafaka perspective. Just over a minute to go in this first quarter as Jared Cunningham sends it back to Anton Gabel. They are so smooth, they're so confident, they look really well prepared. Here's Braden Hobbs, the three-point specialist. He can't get a shot off because of Okben Ulubai, but he can swing it out there, and then Will Cummings stuck a hand in there to deflect it. Finally, a bit of defense from Darussafaka, but possession remains with the visitors. Hobbs looking there in the direction of Vladimir Lucic. And it's Hobbs to Zerbes. Oh, and a little fake there, and it didn't come off for Mike Zerbes. We're inside the last minute of this first quarter then, as Wilbekin tries to drive his way through ahead of Anton Gabel. And the whistle goes against the 33-year-old German. Inbound with Darussafaka, who trail this one by 14. Cummings looks for somebody that might be open. Now it goes to Wilbekin from Eric. Wilbekin is immediately covered up. They've done a great job covering him. Here he comes again, though, getting deeper and deeper. Cunningham tries to stop him. And there's the alley-oop, and Micheal Eric was there. Finally, we're seeing a bit of offensive sparkle now from the home side. Great stuff from Wilbekin. And Micheal Eric is turning into a potent offensive force for them. Finally, they get into double figures in the last 30 seconds of this first quarter. Braden Hobbs for three. They are lucky there, Darussafaka, because that is Hobbs' range. Well, they got away with one. Now Wilbekin off the assist. As Anton Gabel just trying to reach in there. But they've done their homework on Wilbekin. He is getting no space to work at all. And even if they have to take a couple of fouls here and there, that obviously seems to be the game plan. Give Wilbekin no comfort at all. Mike Zerbes and Jared Cunningham can check out. Reggie Redding will return, along with Devin Booker. Furkan Alderbir coming back in. Micheal Eric put in a big shift there for the home side, who trail by 12 here, and Wilbekin can finally put his name on the board. Oh dear. Darussafaka, you would think, looking at best at 11 points in the quarter. That's as good as their defense might be. That's just not a winning tally at all. They are going to have to find some offense from somewhere. David Black has a lot to worry about. The only good news is it's far from an insurmountable lead, nowhere near that, and there's a lot of time left in this one. But the best thing that can be said about this first quarter is forget about it. I'm talking about finishing with a flourish. Reggie Redding nailing a triple right on the buzzer to really just reinforce Bayern's dominance. Redding just stood there at the point, took one look and said, nobody's guarding me, I will take a triple, thank you very much. That wraps up the scoring of what has been a very one-sided first quarter. Darussafaka a mere 11 points. Bayern against Darussafaka's tough defense, 25. Amazing stuff, really. Nobody would have been expecting this. Now, there are some serious conversations going on the Darussafaka bench. Let's just take a look at the highlights. They're all from Bayern Munich. Nearly all of them anyway. Booker setting up Jovic. Jovic just making that look so easy. They couldn't find a defensive play. Jovic just an outrageous pass there out to Redding. Redding getting it back, or Booker rather getting it back. Waited for the man in the mask to turn up, and Daniel Bartel said thank you very much. It was by the numbers stuff this for Bayern. Juan Johnson had a few moments. Micheal Eric had a few moments, and that's a moment Scotty Wilbekin will not want to look back on. A flush from Devin Booker after Stefan Jovic said, oh look, a loose ball, thank you very much. That one of the key plays that really has just asserted the visitors' authority. The very last play, of course. Oh, just outrageous stuff there from Cunningham to Booker. No look pass. Booker left ball on his own. Juan Johnson tried to find a few things offensively. There wasn't much. Gavel, all his experience setting up Cunningham, and that was one of the beauties. I thought at first it was a banker. It wasn't looking at that angle. He just dropped it straight in. Mike Zerba is dropping one in from range as well, off the rim. Wilbekin with the assist there for Micheal Eric. And then right on the buzzer, of course, Reggie Redding with that dagger in the heart triple. You always want to try and finish a quarter on top if you can. Give yourself a bit of traction, as it is. It's the visitors. Very in control of this one. Well, it can only get better. And that is the way you want to start the quarter. You might have finished on a low. You start the second quarter on a high. Nice bounce pass there from Will Cummings, who'd had only one assist in the last 5 games coming into this one. An immediate response comes in there from Vladimir Lucic, the one-time EuroCup winner with Valencia, of course, so he knows all about going deep in this competition. Howard Santos. We'll get it to Juan Johnson. Here's Eric again. Eric's having some fun in there now. Maybe if they can feed big Micheal Eric, they might just be able to get themselves a little bit of hope here. Still trailing by double figures. Hobbs finds Redding. Redding takes a check, takes another check. Guarded there by Santos. Here's Booker. Spin, fade. There is a whistle there, and I think that's going to go on Cummings as he guarded Vladimir Lucic, or attempted to guard him. Unfairly, say the officials. There's Lucic. He's getting a little nudge. Possession remains with the visitors. Braden Hobbs. Lucic. Hobbs doesn't pull the trigger and goes low. Lovely bounce pass there to Booker, but Booker misses. Give it a defensive work done there once again by Micheal Eric. Wilbekin, double teams, manages to get out of it. Santos out to Eric. Eric to Kidd. Kidd looks, checks, turns, has to go back to Will Cummings. Cummings may have a go here. Lucic collects. Missed a lot of this EuroCup campaign through injury, the Serbian. Back healthy when they need him most. Jovic to Lucic. A couple of really creative playmakers here for the visitors. The rebound eventually falls nicely, and Will Cummings will look to bring this one away. And yeah, that's going to get called every day of the week against Reggie Redding, who knows it. Well, step number one is to get it down to a single-digit deficit here. Wilbekin looking to do just that. The rim rattler falls for Lucic. Lucic here. Oh, that's nice. They really are showing some accuracy here. Lucic getting the job done. It's a 15-point deficit at the moment. Wilbekin dazzling, gets past Jovic. Oh dear. Well, that's got to drop. And who's going to have possession there? Which way is that one going to go? Well, Stanton Kidd was scrapping for it. Just about everybody seemed to have a hand on that. Well, he'd done all the circus stuff there, Scotty Wilbekin, but didn't put it in. Now, did that come off Kidd? Did that come off Jovic? Jovic, according to the officiating crew. So, just about 2.5 gone in this second quarter, and far from making a dent in this deficit. Darussafaka are falling further behind. Wilbekin takes a look. There's a whistle there, and Lucic looking around as if to say, me? And the answer is yes, you, and that's why. A nudge there while Wilbekin was in the air. Wilbekin's only contribution in terms of scoring has come from the line. 1 for 2. He's had a couple of shots at field goals. A 2-pointer and a 3-pointer, neither of which dropped. Wilbekin now a man that can catch fire very quickly indeed. Just under 17 points a game. Second in the EuroCup. Injured, received on Reggie Redding player. Now then, Jared Cunningham on a high press from Darussafaka. Jovic. Getting it back from Lucic. Booker being a nuisance. Being too much of a nuisance there. Just gave Will Cummings a nudge. Right there. Talk about players that can catch fire at any time. Watch out for Devin Booker. His numbers, the deeper he's gone into this competition, are just getting scarier and scarier. Now Darussafaka trailing by 13. Starting to draw some fouls. There's good hustle there from Will Cummings. Stefan Jovic getting himself in a bit of trouble there. A little bit more energy about Darussafaka in this second quarter. And maybe for the first time, Sasa Djordjevic has decided, yeah, we just need to take the sting and the rhythm out of this. We've still got a good double-digit lead on the road against a very strong home team. But most of these Darussafaka fans won't need reminding that Bayern, if they have a weakness, it's on their travels. They are unbeaten at home. So to lose this first game could be very significant indeed. That's a big if, obviously. But Jovic is on 2 fouls, Gavel's on a couple of fouls. Big Mike Zerb has picked up a couple as well. Certainly bringing a very physical approach to this Bayern. Jedovic checking into the game. EuroLeague veteran. So Cummings after all that. Does the necessary with the and one. 30-20. Just over 7 to play, first half. Braden Hobbs getting guarded by Beigel. Hobbs keeping it, finding Cunningham. Brilliant move there from Cunningham. But he rattles the rim, and Cummings will bring this one away. Micheal Eric's hustling up there with him, but he'll keep it all on his own here, Will Cummings. Booker collects. Hobbs will stop and check. Oh, wow, Cunningham all on his own. Another breakdown defensively for Dhaka. And that was brilliant from Hobbs, who looked one way. That froze the defense a little bit as well. Everybody thought Hobbs was going to take a shot, and he looked to his left, and another breakdown. And you can hear what the crowd think of that as Jedovic takes that away. That's a horrible breakdown there involving Will Cummings. towards St. Rose. So having pulled to within 10, it's a 14-point deficit again. Cummings looking to work over Booker. And eventually it will drop nicely. Weigl recycle it back out to St. Rose. Cummings will float one out there for Micheal Eric to drag down. Eric guarded by Booker. St. Rose is free, but can't deliver. Devin Booker collects, and Braden Hobbs will just slow it down. And wait for things to open up in front of him. What opens up in front of him is Jared Cunningham, but they are playing a bit more aggressively defensively now. Booker spins. There is a whistle. That may well go against Eric. Just having trouble keeping up with the athleticism of these Bayern players. We've seen Cunningham and now Booker. He's very, very nimble for such a big man, Devin Booker. Up to the line goes Devin Booker. Sometimes you see the big five struggle at the line. Not this man, he's not in that number. 16 points the lead now. 5.5 to play first half. Wilbekin will go for a huge triple that barely grazed the nylon. And it was tough to see what else was on there for Scotty Wilbekin. Bayern defensively just doing such a good job. Closing down and restricting Darussafaka. Oh, Cunningham with the alley-oop, and the job finished in spectacular fashion by Vladimir Lucic. Again, tremendous movement and vision. They are so in sync, Bayern Munich, right now. What on earth is it going to take to stop them? Well, a timeout temporarily stops them, because this is getting ugly now. And David Blatt knows he's got to try and stem the bleeding. 18 points. That's a big, big deficit. Scotty Wilbekin setting up Micheal Eric there. But they've done a really good job of limiting Wilbekin and the damage he can do. And outside of against Daka, but Bayern Munich looking comfortably on course to join them in that particular company, unless the Istanbul side can come up with something a little bit special in the 25 or so minutes that remain in this one. And Wilbekin, you would think surely is going to be central to anything that comes from them. Weigl, oh, that was almost stolen again. Cunningham had big eyes on that one. Low to Aldemir. Aldemir couldn't pull the trigger. Weigl can for three, then he switches it. Wilbekin for three. Brilliantly done. Hobbs back out to Jared Cunningham. To Booker. Jedovic to Hobbs again. Back out to Jedovic, who checks and then misses pretty badly as well. Juwan Johnson will collect that one and give it out to Mohamed Weigl. Bit of change in momentum here. A big basket one end and a pretty big miss at the other. And of course, Wilbekin's going to be involved in it. Here's Johnson. That doesn't drop. Jedovic. Braden Hobbs out to Lucic. Hobbs, who does such a good job of looking off defenses. There is a whistle there against Weigl, who just had a chip there. There's Devin Booker. It's a big, big obstacle to try and get around, and Bagel knew he could have no complaints on that one. So Bagel will sit down. Howard Santarosa will come back in. And the inbound from Braden Hobbs. And he started out his pro career in Australia, and another big, big three for Sasha Djordjevic's team. They are just threatening to turn this into a rout. Wilbekin. It's another steal. That was Braden Hobbs just sticking a hand there on Howard Santarosa. Lucic out to Cunningham, back to Lucic. He'll go for a big one himself. Can't collect the rebound, Djordjevic. Stanton Kidd will set up Santarosa, who will give it back to Kidd, who will go for a triple himself. Nothing doing. Booker finds the outlet pass to Djordjevic. Djordjevic trying to slow everything down a little bit. The Bayern coach is telling his team, don't rush things. We're comfortable here. And indeed they are. If they convert here, they've got a 20-point lead. Cunningham behind the back, still got it. Booker holding it out. Clock's ticking. Booker's going to have to go, and does. And just like that, it's a 20-point lead. Another facet of Devin Booker's game. A very, very accurate shooter. Shooting over 62%. A lot of his work is close in, of course, and it's all going wrong for Darussafaka. Mizrak. Braden Hobbs is sent on his way by Micheal Eric. There's Lucic. Only got that huge triple a few moments ago. Will he get another one here? No, he doesn't. Stanton Kidd out to Kartal Ozmizrak. One-time Besiktas man. Almost lost it there. And gets it to Wilbekin. Wilbekin finding big Furkan Aldemir, and Aldemir just stopped and checked, and Jared Cunningham couldn't stop his momentum, which went straight into the big fella, and that's why you heard the whistle. An awful lot he could have done about that, Jared Cunningham. Just check this over. To make sure it's not an unsportsmanlike, but Cunningham certainly was going full on. Very tough to stop and slam the brakes on there, but the officiating crew just taking another look. And the replay system is there for exactly this sort of situation. The officiating crew want to make sure they get the right call. It helps them, it helps coaches, it helps players, it helps fans, it helps everybody. Still they look. Here it is again. And after all that, Aldemir can try and do something about this 20-point deficit from the free throw line. And Aldemir is one of those big guys that maybe isn't always particularly comfortable from this kind of range. Let's see if the second one's a little better. Yes, it is. Aldemir out. Okben Ulubai in. The youngster, the one-time Anadolu Efes Istanbul man. Jared Cunningham. Djordjevic. Danilo Bartel. Oh, Djordjevic. Their distribution tonight has been sensational, Bayern. Always seem to be able to pass the ball into the path of a moving player, and it's just too much for Darussafaka's defense right now. Remember, Darussafaka allowing about 70 points a game, including shutting down Gran Canaria, who score as freely as anyone in this competition. Back out it goes to Wilbekin for 3. Lots of time, lots of space, and those have got to drop. That's the kind of basket that has to be made if Darussafaka are going to get themselves back into this. They trail by 21. And that could get a little bit worse here. Bartle at the second attempt. Juwan Johnson cut a very forlorn figure there, as Danilo Bartle did pretty much what he wanted. Wilbekin knocked away. Cunningham was there. It's going from bad to disastrous for Darussafaka. Djedovic collects his own rebound effortlessly. No green vest anywhere near him. Inside the last minute of what has been a horrible first half for the home side. Djedovic will go for another one. That doesn't drop either, and finally they can bring it away. Darussafaka here with Okben Ulubai to his compatriot Kartal Ozmizrak. 23 points they trail by. Wilbekin. Kidd for 3. Beautifully done. 5 or 6 more of those and we got a game. That's how quickly things can change. There's one, Stanton Kidd. And there's a timeout for Bayern Munich. With 26 seconds remaining in this first half. First half that cannot end soon enough for Darussafaka. That is going to be a very, very heated locker room at half-time. That was absolutely brilliant from Braden Hobbs. Stopped as if he was going to throw one of his trademark three-pointers, then a horrible breakdown. You have to put that one at the door of Will Cummings. And Hobbs has been very instrumental. He's scored a lot of points, Hobbs. When he does, he tends to throw triples. And he's certainly in the thick of things in terms of creating opportunities for others. And Wilbekin, another one very similar that he missed. And Bayern, I mentioned triple for triple. Darussafaka 2 out of their 13. And Bayern 4 out of their 11 from range. Pretty much any meaningful stat you care to look at in this game has gone in favour of the visitors. Wilbekin 6 points, 3 assists. David Blatt probably as stunned as anyone. And everywhere you look at this Bayern roster, there's somebody that's made a play somewhere. I just saw Reggie Redding there, the man who's triple at the end of the first quarter, really rubbed Darussafaka faces in it. Braden Hobbs has come up with a couple of dazzling assists and a steal, and if Hobbs starts finding his range from beyond the arc, he can be lethal as well. So Bayern will look to just run some of the seconds off here, give Darussafaka no more opportunities. Here's Redding sending it out to Lucic. That doesn't drop. Kidd collects an important one, and there is a chance for them to pull something back here. Wilbekin will go for a jumper for 3. Brilliant, right on the buzzer. Maybe they have a glimmer of hope. How significant could that triple from Scotty Wilbekin on the half-time buzzer prove to be? Very little has gone right for the home side, but that 3-pointer on the buzzer may give them some traction going into a second half that they have to dominate. At the end of the first half of this one, it's Darussafaka 30, Bayern Munich 47.
Micheal, you are the top scorer of your team, but you are trailing with 17 points to Bayern Munich. What can you say?
We just got to play better as a team. That's it.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Nothing else really to be said. You can't isolate any one area. They've been beaten offensively. They've been beaten defensively. They've been beaten on the boards. They've been beaten in turnovers. Nothing has gone right for Darussafaka. It can only get better. But 17 points, even against a good team like Bayern Munich, a strong team like the Germans, that is not insurmountable. But that first quarter, utterly horrific. The second quarter, a little bit better. But if you'd have offered Sasa Djordjevic and those travelling Bayern Munich fans a 17-point lead at half-time in game one, they'd have said, thank you very much, we'll take it.
Well, you're a fan of Darussafaka. Because most of the highlights from that first half of the long guys in white vests. Then Booker was right in the middle of the action, of course. Lovely split move to get away from Wilbekin. That's clear set up now on Bartle. Wilbekin's had his moments. That not one of Stanton Kidd. Bringing it away for the big throwdown from the big fella. Cruise control here. Jared Cunningham with a no-look. Nobody was looking at Devin Booker under the paint as well. Too easy again. Defensively, I'm sure this is exactly what players talk about right now in that locker room. Defensively, things have to improve. Remember, they allow 70 points a game. Bayern Munich forced 7 in the first half alone. Cunningham has been instrumental. Mike Serbe's chipping in. It's a one job by his standards. Wilbekin with the assist there. Micheal Eric in double figures. The only man who's managed to consistently get any offense going at all. Although Wilbekin with that triple right on the buzzer has helped his cause. This was absolutely dazzling from Reggie Redding. Right on the buzzer as well. Braden Hobbs in the thick of the action. Distribution-wise, Lucic making some plays as well. Micheal Eric just getting rid of some frustration there as well. Lovely low pass there from Will Cummings. Jovic, again, a nice line pass. Lucic just saying thank you very much. This is absolutely almost contemptuous there from Braden Hobbs. And then the misfire. There's Hobbs again. Thinks if he doesn't need eyes, telling him win the alley-oop to Lucic. So absolutely super stuff from the visitors. It was Wilbekin finding a response. The response comes straight back at them. And then looking around and saying, okay, give me some space. That's what I'll do. Thank you very much.
Stanton Kidd with a big three.
Roberts pass intended for one person, and ends up in the hands of Julian Wright. And Julian Wright throws down the hammer.
Very little instinct, very little in flow, all the visitors. Look at that intricate passing for Devin Booker to rock the rim with the two-handed thunder dunk. Absolutely fantastic example of how to exploit the gaps inherent in his zone.
All square here. Darussafaka had 8 quick points. And that's a turnover. Bad with the steal. Raglan. Kulagin. All the way, Kulagin. This basket all ignites here as Lokomotiv take the lead.
Reynolds running a bit of interference. Candy will swing it out there to White. Right with the throwdown. Julian Wright, who's been in double figures in both games between these two teams.
Turnover. Upstairs it goes. Oh, that is sensational! Reverse jam on the alley-oop. From the jackrabbit quickness of Jared Cunningham, he got down caught in a flash and finished with a flourish. Jared Cunningham has it rejected forcefully by the league's leading shot blocker. Stefan Lasme said, I don't think so, and sent that one into the stands.
Up top for Balvin, and Kulagin came over to defend, but Balvin able to throw it down with power. Oh, square here. Radicevic had 8 quick points. And that's a turnover. Bab with the steal. Raglan, Kulagin, all the way, Kulagin. This basket all ignites here as Lokomotiv take the lead.
Reynolds running a bit of interference. Candy will swing it out there to White. Wright with the throwdown. Julian Wright, who's been in double figures in both games between these two teams.
Turnover. Upstairs it goes. Oh, that is sensational! Reverse jam on the alley-oop. From the jackrabbit quickness of Jared Cunningham, he got down caught in a flash and finished with a flourish.
Kulagin, he'll take it all on his own. Kulagin, all the way, Kulagin. Nice drive there from Dmitry Kulagin. And Kulagin's taking this game over yet again. This is just ridiculous, Kulagin. Kulagin from downtown. He has been the man on fire here in the quarterfinals.
Coach, you are leading the match by 17 points. What can you say about first half and second half?
Well, definitely this was a good first half, but I don't expect Darussafaka. I expect them to react. We have to be ready for that and keep on playing our game.
Thank you so much. Good luck. Coach, you're trailing by 17 points in the first half. What can you say about the match?
Well, we played pretty badly. And they played well. You know, we got to turn it around. It's got to come out and start to defend at our level, move the ball a little bit better, and make some shots.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
David Blatt not giving too much away. So it looked fairly relaxed. Remember, Blatt has seen it all. And Sasha Djordjevic, the coach, said we expect a reaction from Darussafaka. There is almost certainly going to be a reaction. He knows that better than anybody. The first half went pretty much as well as it could. Take away that triple right on the buzzer from Wilbekin, and it was near perfect for the visitors. Things can change in a hurry. The two-point shooting for Darussafaka absolutely awful tonight. 7 of 19. The three-point shooting picked up right on the end there. Even their free throws leaving a little bit to be desired. Astonishingly, they are winning the rebound battle. It always does seem that the big rebounds, the rebounds that get turned into points, seem to get won by Bayern. All those steals and turnovers as well. It's been a pretty loose first half from Darussafaka, whichever way you cut it up. And it's been a very solid all-round performance from Bayern as well. They never really looked as if they were going to get knocked out of their comfort zone. So the question is, what did Darussafaka could do in the second half? Remember, this is a team that's built for defense primarily. This is a game they've got to chase. And that's against a team like Bayern, who can pick up points quickly. Darussafaka leave them opportunities and openings. Bayern will be in there as well, but Bayern can get themselves up into the 80 points. You would think there's a very good chance of that. They will think that they will have every chance of winning this crucial game as well. And getting themselves halfway to a place in the EuroCup final. Remember, the visitors have to win at least one game in Istanbul. They're halfway to doing exactly that here in game one. Second half underway then, with Bayern Munich in the white with the red trim, leading Darussafaka by 17 points, and already you can see so much more intendo-ish. Ozdemiroğlu, who didn't play in the first half. The youngster almost coming up with a steal. It was Jared Cunningham. Got caught napping. They've set their stall out here, and it's who's going to provide a spark. So, Reggie Redding will go for the jumper. Quiet efficiency from the one-time Berlin man, returning to Darussafaka, where he played in 2014-15. Has happy memories. I have even happier memories tonight if this stands up. Here's Ozdemiroğlu. Hasn't played since round 12, so a bit of a surprise to see him pop up. Bit of good fortune there, and it didn't convert into anything. Now, Wilbekin wanted the foul and didn't get it. And then Weigl got the second bite at it and couldn't convert it. And look at this, the youngster, Ozdemiroğlu. Now, can he find an outlet pass here? Well, that was a little bit fortuitous, but you need a bit of luck sometimes. There's a whistle there.
But Doğuş Özdemiroğlu has certainly brought something different to the dynamic for Darussafaka, the youngster. Johnson with the jumper. Give him the and one as well. Danilo Bartel. Guilty party. So the fresh legs of Doğuş Özdemiroğlu have certainly brought something different for David Black. That's a roll of the dice for the youngster who, as I say, has not played in a few rounds. And even when he has played, it's been sparingly. Here's Bartel, here's Redding, and here is Booker. Oh, Booker. Straight to Beigel. The youngster finds Scotty Wilbekin. Wilbekin back to Johnson for three. Things changing in a hurry here. Here's that reaction that Sasha Djordjevic was talking about. But how do you legislate for Devin Booker throwing a pass straight to an opposing player as he did there? Darussafaka pulling to within 13, and for the first time in the night, Bayern not looking comfortable. And that is continuing here. Jovic and Bartel looking at each other as if to say, what are you doing? Another breakdown that's self-inflicted, and don't be surprised if Sasha Djordjevic doesn't call a halt to this one very, very soon. They're all over the place, Bayern Munich at the moment. Beigel's on the deck, he gets up. Reggie Redding was in the middle of that as well. What's happened here? Yep, well, that's why Beigel's on the deck. It's in fact Booker. No, that didn't come off. And Booker can bring it away to Cunningham, who gets past Wilbekin, can't get the reverse lay-up, and they can't follow it up as well. And look at this, it's young Doğuş Özdemiroğlu going through once again. That's getting called back. Jovic, the guilty man. Look at this. What an unexpected changer, a game changer, that youngster has proved to be. He's just niggling away, bringing his speed and his energy, Doğuş Özdemiroğlu. And it's certainly rattled Bayern. There's another one. Oh, David Black wanted something different. He's getting it. Here's Özdemiroğlu. Beigel, more urgency about him, and it's proving infectious. Wilbekin, Micheal Eric, just a little bit too high. The idea was absolutely perfect. The execution not quite right for Wilbekin, and these fans recognise just how close that was to a perfect alley-oop. And Stefan Jovic will be hoping for better fortune with Danilo Bartel than they managed last time. He's got it. Bartel to Redding. Booker with the pick and roll. But it's Doğuş Özdemiroğlu picking up the rebound and feeding Scotty Wilbekin, and the youngster's available and wants it. Look at that, he's got it. Now, what can he do with it? That's the simple stuff. Gets it back to Wilbekin. Jovic is jamming up Wilbekin. They're continuing to play Scotty Wilbekin really tight defensively. And Wilbekin eventually gets away and gets the finger roll as well. And Darussafaka's deficit, which was 20 just before half-time, has shrunk to 11. They are right back in this one. Cunningham trying to get away from Özdemiroğlu, who will pick up a foul, but my goodness me, what a spark this youngster has provided. Just swatting it away out of Cunningham's hands. Oh, talk about secret weapons. That young man was on anybody's radar. I'm sure when Bayern Munich draw up their game plan here, David Booker will sit down. So too will Wilbekin for the home side. Stanton Kidd having a word with Johan Johnson there. Important moments this for Bayern. Psychologically, if this shrinks to a single-figure lead, that might send some nerves rattling around. And there is a whistle there as Bartel collects an important offensive rebound. He's good at that, Danilo Bartel. Juwan Johnson. There's Cunningham to just drop that one in and out. Lucic. Cunningham. Stops, checks, rejected. Juwan Johnson. Big block from him. Momentum continues to shift. Oh, Will Cummings thought he had a 3 there. And Jared Cunningham said, no, 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 no. You're not having that. But it's yet another block at the other end from Juwan Johnson, who had 27 on the season coming into this game. Tack another one on. There's Will Cummings. Nothing doing. Reggie Redding. Man down there, Darussafaka, as Cunningham looks to go to work. Can't find anything. And there is a whistle. Well, a different looking dynamic here. Second half. Much more intensity there, as Mohamed Baigul shows. Really taking him up with the team, just limping off on that foot. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. Remember, this team lost James Bell in the quarterfinals. Jovic, Lucic, Redding, Cunningham to Jovic. Tries to get away from Wilbekin and can't, and then turns and spins the other way, and nothing doing. Wilbekin says, thank you, I will have that. And a chance for Darussafaka to turn it into a single-digit deficit here if Wilbekin can do something. Goes low. Looked in the direction of Stanton Kidd, who'd made a move towards the basket. So they're still not quite in sync here, Darussafaka. There's the pass, but look, Kidd had made his move. That wasn't aimed in the direction of Santos. So another turnover and another opportunity for Bayern. Just looking to try and weather this little storm here. Jovic. Up high for Bartle. Bartle sends it out to Redding. Redding is just clattered by Howard Santos in the act of shooting. But much more energy from Darussafaka. In the 4.5 minutes that we've seen here, they've trimmed that deficit. And here's Reggie Redding with a chance to add to the lead. Well, he's blown the first opportunity. The one-time Darussafaka man talked about how much he was looking forward to coming back to Istanbul for this one. Only Wilbekin remains of the Darussafaka team that he played with in 2014-15. So 1 out of 2. Is it going to be 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 for Reggie Redding? There's the answer. Nothing but nylon on the third one. So 13 points, the Bayern lead. Remember, they led by as much as 20. It was trimmed to 17 right on the first half buzzer. Still in double figures. Santos swinging it back to Wilbekin for 3. Oh boy! Well, Scotty Wilbekin is really starting to find some range now. That's his 3rd triple. And if Wilbekin starts dropping them in from beyond the arc, Darussafaka can cut this deficit pretty quickly. Jovic just looking to float one in, doesn't work. And the foul goes against Danilo Bartle there, much to his displeasure as Stanton Kidd collected the rebound. Things changing quickly here in Istanbul. Bayern Munich couldn't do much wrong first half. They can't do an awful lot right so far second half. So after the foul, Bartle will go up to the line. Bartle foul, should I say, will send Kidd up to the line. has certainly managed to create the change that was necessary. And that number 18 right there is one of the big reasons for that. It won't show up in the stats. That was a really important bit of play there. Great concentration from Reggie Redding, who always just chips away. Never one of the big stats leaders, Reggie Redding, but always makes an important contribution for Bayern Munich. Here's Wilbekin, who always makes a contribution. Jared Johnson, another one to make a contribution like that right there. And this is turning around in a hurry. Darussafaka looking a different team. And it's these threes that are pouring down now that are making such a difference. Braden Hobbs with another one of those no-look passes out to Redding. Redding, guarded by Sanros, has to send it back to Cunningham. Cunningham with the spin move, and he can't go anywhere, and the whistle goes on Kidd. Now, Dojos Dimarolo was blocking him, or defending him perfectly, and Kidd, unfortunately, from the Darussafaka perspective, is going to get called there, just as the youngster thought, yeah, we got another turnover. Bayern Munich must be breathing a sigh of relief. Now, Sasha Djordjevic is one man who's not surprised at all. He said there will be a Darussafaka reaction. Well, it is coming. Cunningham keeping his cool. And a big ovation for Dojos Dimarolo. Doesn't matter that he shows up as a couple of rebounds on the stats and a steal. That was a huge contribution, a massive shift. And those 6 minutes could yet prove absolutely crucial in determining the outcome of this game one. Here's Kidd, knocking it back. Better movement, more confidence. Sam Rose trying to drive his way in and doing exactly that. And the buckets that wouldn't fall for Darussafaka in the first half are falling here in this third quarter, and they've pulled to within 7. And Bayern Munich no longer comfortable. Lucic, Bartel, nice. Cunningham made his move perfectly there. Just left Mohamed Weigl standing. There was anything Weigl could do. They move so well, Bayern Munich. There's a whistle there that may well be against the one-time Oregon State man. Jared Cunningham, who was playing in China last season. He certainly had an eventful first season in European basketball. A Bayern team that is absolutely running away with things domestically. They're 23-1 with 20 consecutive victories. Looking to secure a first ever EuroCup final appearance. To go with their domestic strength. Wilbekin. Doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they do go in. Hobbs to Redding. And Wilbekin making nuisances of themselves. Nice bounce pass there, and Bartel will pick up the foul. Jared Johnson just half a step late. Nothing he could do about that. You've got to take that one. So Bartel will go to the line. Johnson moves up to 3 fouls. Worth keeping an eye on. The foul count, Johnson on 3, and for Bayern Munich, Jovic is on 3 along with Booker. And again, some ugly free throws going in. But going in they are. Mike Zerbez comes back in. Sasha Djordjevic looks to beat things up inside. Micheal Eric coming in for Darussafaka, so that's big body versus big body. Oh, Wilbekin He was taken down there by Nejadovic, who wasn't even aware. Well, he definitely clipped him, but he wasn't even looking, Jedovic. And the whistle went immediately. Certainly accidental. But a foul it is. And if you want anybody to have their hands on it, it is Scotty Wilbekin. 5 out of 6 from the line so far. 16 points as the triples have started to drop. The Darussafaka charge continues. And out comes young Ozdemir as David Blatt shows the faith he has in the youngster, replacing Scotty Wilbekin as Darussafaka pulls to within 6 in what has been a terrific third quarter. Braden Hobbs is on the floor. Mohamed Baigul put him there, but Hobbs is back up, and Redding has drawn a double team, but that frees up Mike Zerbez, who's got his back to the bucket and then can't deliver, and Ozdemir collects the rebound. Lovely little behind the back pass as well to keep things going, and a turnover. And here comes Braden Hobbs. Somebody's lost a boot. Braden Hobbs will take the layup. And that breakdown created by Hobbs, who manages to get the job finished as well. Ozdemir lost the foot race and lost his footwear. Baigul sits down. Bayern up by 8 again. Sanros. There's a bit of trickery there. Mike Zerb is there, but Micheal Eric there to finish the job. Couldn't defend that much better, but Sanros couldn't get past Zerbis, but it fell kindly for Micheal Eric, and the Darussafaka comeback continues. They pull to within 6. Jedovic, what can he do? Won't fall for him. Back they come again. The guys in green. Wilbekin. That was Micheal Eric back there defensively. And it's the youngster. Oh my goodness me! Ozdemir does it again. Beautiful no-look pass from Wilbekin, and Ozdemir has just set this place on fire. Just like that, Darussafaka and pulled to within 3. What a transformation. And Sasha Djordjevic has seen a 20-point lead reduced to just 3, and all the momentum is with the home side. All the noise is coming from these fans who were booing and cheering in the first half, and quite understandably too. They're singing a different song now. Well, there's Wilbekin, who started to drain some of those. Juwan Johnson nailing a triple. They now have 7 triples. Hustle there. Micheal Eric's doing all the dirty work inside. Now it's time for Bayern Munich to fight down and really get back to what they were doing so well. And you look around these Bayern Munich players, they look shell-shocked. And who would have believed this young man would have proved such a difference maker? That wasn't one of the names that everyone was talking about pre-game. A guy who hasn't played since round 12. He's been playing pretty sparingly as well. Not one of David Blatt's key guys, but he's certainly brought something, Ozdemir tonight. Reggie Redding looking to bring something here. Mike Zerbis running some interference. It's another turnover. Osmarolu collects, gives it instantly to Wilbekin. He'll go for a triple hit to tie it up. Cunningham will bring it away. And Wilbekin will pick up the foul. He was a couple of centimetres away from timing that to perfection, Scotty Wilbekin. So close. We have to credit Cunningham with some smarts there as well. That was close. So, instead of tying it up, Scotty Wilbekin foul sends Jared Cunningham to the line. And Cunningham has 14 points and is 2 for 2 from the line. He got 3 for 3 and 15 points. Can just give Bayern a little bit of breathing room. Down to the final minute of this third quarter. This first EuroCup semi-final in this best-of-3 series between Darussafaka and Bayern Munich, living up to the hype. Everybody agreed this looked like the pick. Mr. Marolo will go for the layup. Micheal Eric will collect the loose change, and that won't drop. And Reggie Redding ensures a Bayern Munich stand. And it was taken out there by Stanton Kidd, not for the first time. Kidd has shown his defensive qualities, just getting a big hand out there and swatting that one away. That's what Stanton Kidd brings. You talk about the defensive strength of Darussafaka, and Kidd's a big part of that. Hobbs out to Mike Zerbis. No way he's going to shoot from there. He will get into the hands of the Reggie Redding, who might fancy it. That's why Santos is staying so close to him. Zerbis blocked off by Kidd. Zerbis at the second attempt can't make it either. There's going to be a third shot here. No, there isn't. Santos circles, wheels away. Wilbekin. Well, watch this. Just a few seconds left. He's going to have to take a chance. Going to have to make a move and can't do it. And that'll do it. For a third quarter, you could not take your eyes off. Scotty Wilbekin and Darussafaka Istanbul continue to trail here, but remember, until the last second of the first half, they were down by 20. That Wilbekin triple made it a 17-point deficit, but that is a much healthier scoreline from the home side's perspective. After 3, it's Darussafaka 58, Bayern Munich 63. Well, if the first half highlights were all about the visitors, different story third quarter. Wilbekin setting up Juwan Johnson. He put plenty of air underneath that one. Wilbekin again. Jared Cunningham is trying to keep things ticking over, but it's some of those defensive plays coming down at the other end. That was Juwan Johnson. Defensive play there as well from Jared Cunningham. Wilbekin really starting to find his range. So too Johnson. It's that 1-2 punch for Darussafaka. Santos going in there. Getting it done. It seems like the Bayern offense has been reduced now to Jared Cunningham. Great bit of hustle there though from Braden Hobbs with the steal and with the finish. Here comes Santos. Watch out for Micheal Eric though. He would not be denied. Cleaned up the mess. Wilbekin looking, sending it out to Doish Osmarolu. One of the biggest baskets of that young man's career. And what a difference. Darussafaka winning that third quarter by 12. Momentum firmly in green at the moment. But it's still Bayern Munich up by 5. 10 minutes to Game 1 is all going to come down to a test of nerve, you feel. Bayern Munich having had that huge lead. torn apart by David Blatt's team in the third quarter. Can they hang on here? Darussafaka take a 1-0 lead to Bavaria on Friday night, when hostilities will resume in game 2. Johnson, Marolu, Saint-Rose making himself available. There's Micheal Eric as well. It's all the big stars out there as Saint-Rose goes for one that just would not drop, and Cunningham gratefully accepting that one. And Hobbs. Somehow it got through to Cunningham, and that'll be Marolu getting picked up there as Cunningham just turned on the Jets. Now that extra half step. That says it all about this young man that David Blatt has inserted him into this group on court. Saint-Rose, Johnson, Wilbekin and Eric. That's his big guns. And this youngster. Redding. Cunningham. Guarded by Marolu, gets away from him and then manages to keep control beautifully, but can't get the job done. And Micheal Eric holds that. Now Marolu directing the traffic. Still a 5-point Bayern lead here. Nobody's troubled the scoreboard operators through the first minute of this fourth quarter. Wilbekin will go for one there. That really would have caught everybody by surprise. But Hobbs can bring it away. Redding. Tried to set up Zerbez and it wouldn't fall for Redding. Darussafaka, remember, defensively such a strong team. Who's got the last touch there? That's one of those who'd be a referee jobs. They've given it to Darussafaka. Remember, Bayern scored 25 points first quarter, 22 points second quarter, and 16 points third quarter. Jawan Johnson can't find anything. And that'll go to Bayern, who continue to hold this lead as both teams try to just batten down the hatches here. Jovic back in for Bayern. Stanton Kidd back in for Daka. Making his point to David Blatt. Who's going to draw first blood here in this decisive fourth quarter? Jared Cunningham. Hobbs. Hobbs will go for a jumper, but there was a whistle there. So it gets been called against Stanton Kidd, and if it is against Kidd, that'll be his second. Too close to comfort there for big Mike Zerbez. Here is Zerbez. And here is Jovic. 2 minutes in, still be waiting for the first basket. And the wait will go on of this fourth quarter. Marolu past Jovic. With real confidence still, the youngster. Saint-Rose back out to Jovic. Jovic rather to Marolu. Marolu will get it back here from Johnson. Guarded by Cunningham, and the foul goes. That was an early whistle. Jared Cunningham doing everything he could defensively there. So the basket doesn't count, but possession remains with the home side. Saint-Rose run into a crowd, gets it back rather fortuitously, then Kidd will pick it up. Clock's still ticking here, and Bayern now starting to show a little bit of steel. 2.5 minutes gone. Neither side has managed a basket. In what is suddenly a very nervy fourth quarter, Wilbekin back in. was knocked away by Cunningham, and it fell nicely for Ostermarolu, but the fast break is on. Cunningham is guarded by Wilbekin, who stayed with him. Hobbs is covered immediately, then will just try a little floater himself. Lovely bit of improvisation from Hobbs. Back to Jovic. Just slapped it back there. Knew exactly what he was doing. Here's Cunningham with the drive past Wilbekin. And the whistle goes. Brilliant movement there by Cunningham. And Johnson, in the end, forced to foul him. So, with nearly 3 minutes of this fourth quarter played, a chance for the first point of this fourth quarter. Now there it is. Cunningham goes up to 17 points. Wilbekin, the game's top scorer, with 19. John Johnson, incidentally, with that foul, is now on 4. You can't afford to lose him. So crucial at both ends of the court in this Darussafaka scheme. Wilbekin. St. Rose. Johnson looking. Ostermarolu will come back. Give it back to the Cuban. He's guarded by Zerbes. Ostermarolu will have another look at this. And sends it to Micheal Eric with the throwdown. Well, it's not always about the basket, it's who's around, who's available, and a lovely little pass there from the youngster to Micheal Eric. And Eric doesn't miss those. Still a 5-point game here. Jovic back out to Hobbs. This is Hobbs' territory, but now he steps in. And we'll give it to Cunningham with the fade. Won't go. Ostermarolu collects, gives it to Wilbekin. Wilbekin with the alley-oop. And there's a foul there that may well be against Vladimir Lucic. And certainly a lot of contact there between Lucic and Jawan Johnson. Some of these calls are pretty straightforward for the officials. That falls into that category. Another big shift from Mount Indianapolis. So it was 5 points at the end of 3. It's still 5 points here. Stanton Kidd looking to try and trim that deficit a little bit further. Here's St. Rose. St. Rose can't get the baseline drive. Cunningham cuts him off. So he'll have another look. Then he'll send it to the youngster for 3. There is a whistle there as the two big fellas, Micheal Eric and Mike Zerbes, came together. A lot of respect between the big fives. They spend a lot of time in each other's company, the big guys. Their battles are always hard fought, usually fair as well. Possession remains with the home side. Wilbekin asking for the big fella to go up and get it, and Micheal Eric doing exactly that. David Blatt's turned into a cheerleader. There's the alley-oop. There's the job finish. Wilbekin goes high. Eric with the throw down. Blatt's waving the pom-poms, and Darussafaka pulls it within 3. And Mike Zerbes is there to clean up after Jared Cunningham missed. That's what you want your big fella there for. They were all over him. And Zerbes kept his eye on the ball and just put it back in to maintain this 5-point Bayern Munich lead. There is a whistle there that Stefan Jovic will have to put his hand up to, rather reluctantly, but he's acknowledged it. And that put Jovic on to 4. Micheal Eric just stood there and said, okay, well, I'm the big guy, you're the little guy. Guess what's going to happen? So Jovic is on 4. Quarter homes for the visitors. Djordjevic just requesting clarification. Ostermarolu will give it back to St. Rose. St. Rose will just find a little seam and go for the layup. As easy as you like there. For Howard St. Rose. Devin Booker was guarding the net, but he had no help. Hobbs. Bayern looking to get this 5-point lead back again. Cunningham Back to Booker, who just about adjusts. Now Braden Hobbs is closed down immediately. No look pass again out to Reggie Redding, who drains one. That was all about Braden Hobbs once again. His distribution has been giving Darussafaka nightmares tonight. Wilbekin looking to drive in. Reggie Redding was there, and that's the whistle. I think has gone against Redding. It may have been against Cunningham, who was also in the vicinity. So actually, yeah, may well have been Cunningham there. We'll pick that one up. Either way, Wilbekin. 4.5 to play. That's his second miss, and he's been at the line a lot tonight. Just like that. It's 5 points again, just like it was 5.5 minutes ago. Can Darussafaka close that gap? Can Bayern Munich maintain that gap? Juwan Johnson on 4 fouls comes back in for Darussafaka. Here's Braden Hobbs. Sending it back out to Booker, who's been quiet second half, and he'll go for his big buddy inside there as well, but Barkel can't deliver. And now a chance to get a little bit closer for Darussafaka with Santaros. Johnson, Osdemirolu, who spent most of this second half out on the court. Micheal Eric running some interference, and he just looked and then overcooked that one. Santaros and Reggie Redding will collect an easy rebound. And Hobbs, who's been really influential in this second half. You never look at the points with Braden Hobbs, you look at the distribution. Another no-look pass out to Redding. Redding doesn't deliver on that occasion. Micheal Eric feeds Howard Santaros. Santaros looks, checks. Hobbs was in his way. And here's Johnson, guarded by Bartel. Will he try the spin? No, he goes back the other way. Beautifully done. Terrific bit of improvisation there from Juwan Johnson. Now it's a 3-point game, and we got a player on the deck, and it's Danilo Bartel, and Johnson is the man who caught him. Now, Johnson will be arguing with some validity that he wasn't even looking at that point, but that doesn't matter. The foul goes against Juwan Johnson, and that is a big, big miss for Darussafaka, who will have to play the remainder of this 3 minutes and 10 seconds down by 3 without their influential big fella. He's scored 15 points and 5 rebounds tonight. They've still got Micheal Eric, who's had 9 rebounds and 16 points, so the load will fall to the green number 50 now for the remainder of this game. Hobbs will go for 3. Once again, Darussafaka's defense comes to the fore, and when you consider that at half-time, Bayern Munich had 47 points on the board, to be less than 3 minutes left in the game, and they've been able to adjust 23. That really is an indication of how Darussafaka have just tightened things up defensively. David Blatt says, okay, 3 minutes to go here, we're still trailing by 3. Here's what we need to do. Sasha Djordjevic likewise dialing up some plays for his men as well. You wouldn't have got too many people in this arena thinking we could be coming down to a nail-biting finale, and this was a 47-27 game, a second before half-time, but that Wilbekin triple right on the buzzer gave Darussafaka a little bit of hope. They came out fired up out of the dressing room, as Sasha Djordjevic knew they would. They have taken control of this second half. It's so restrictive. Bayern Munich going their productivity, 25 points, 22 points, 16 points. So far in this quarter, 9 points, or 7 points, should I say. Darussafaka have got 9, as both teams have really looked to tighten it up. But it is a sprint for the line now. Who's got the legs for one last push? assists. Wilbekin. 20 points for Wilbekin. Is that about to go up? Oh, rejected Hobbs, and then Eric. Micheal Eric will take another couple. One rebound away from a double-double. That's big for Micheal Eric. I saw the hand go in there from Jared Cunningham. Let that happen. Just like that. Darussafaka from 20 points down, 1 point down, 2:47 left. And once again, Black's rolling the dice here. He's bringing in Stefan Jovic. Jovic, remember, another man on 4 fouls. Cunningham can't do it. Blocked off by Santos. And now a chance for the home side to take the lead. Santos looks, thought about it, and will go in a different direction. Still has it. Gets it all the way back to Wilbekin. Lots of time on the shot clock here. Eric's wanting it. Ostermarolu wants it. Nothing doing. Devin Booker, who's been so quiet second half, collects a huge rebound. Bayern Munich hanging on by their fingertips here. 2 minutes to go. Their lead just 1 point, but they have possession with Jovic. Booker on the pick and roll. Jovic finding Booker! Well, that was beautifully executed. The alley-oop finished off by the big fella. Bayern back in front by 3. Wilbekin draws an easy foul there from Lucic. Half-heartedly protests his innocence. He's not in foul trouble. The Serbian front court man came back from injury against the Lynx. Put up 12 points a game. Just under 4 rebounds a game in that series. Every shot crucial from the line. 1 down. Time have they led in this game. And there are 90 seconds remaining. Cunningham gets it out to Reggie Redding. Redding back out to Cunningham for 3. Nothing doing. And Reggie Redding can't bring in the offensive rebound. Darussafaka hold firm defensively at a key moment in the game. Let's look at Reggie Redding here. Almost got it, just can't quite pull it in. They are really feeling the pressure here, Bayern, who were so comfortable for so long. But if this next Darussafaka possession drops, the Istanbul side will have their first lead of the game with around 60 seconds left. And Wilbekin's going for a big one that rattles the rim. Ostermarolu collects the offensive rebound. Wilbekin we'll get another look at this. Just look to float it in, and just like that, with 54 seconds left, Darussafaka take the lead. The place goes crazy. The key man for Darussafaka has come up with a big one. Now Cunningham goes for the layup as well. Micheal Eric's there, and there is a whistle as well, as Cunningham has hit the deck heavily. That really was a collision, and he's still down. And nothing sums up the intensity of this game more than that. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. I'm going to take another look at this inside the last minute. Nerves are fraying here. Cortez looks like he's happy. Let's take a look at it. That's wholehearted this from Cunningham. He goes for the layup, and Micheal Eric just got some fingertips to that. And then the whistle. And now the Darussafaka timeout. All this good work. Is it going to be in vain? Have a look at it. Redding there. No-look pass from Hobbs. The alley-oop. Jovic to Booker. Jovic and Booker working very effectively there. What an extraordinary game this has been. Setting up a mouth-watering game too on Friday. Who knows, maybe we are back here for Insider next week. Well, whatever tricks they've got left, these two coaches, now's the time to pull them out. It's Bayern back in front. Their lead just 1 point. Which way is this one going to go? Nobody should be surprised that a David Black team can come back like this. Even at 20 points down in the first half, you knew it wasn't over. Sasha Djordjevic knew that better than anybody. He said it, there will be a reaction. Boy, has there been a reaction from the home side. Is it a reaction that's going to give them a win? Side out. Stanton Kidd holds on to it. Every second precious here. Wilbekin guarded by Cunningham. And Booker's coming into the party as well. Santaros looked and checked and can't find anything. He'll go for the floater, and it doesn't drop. It doesn't drop. Reggie Redding collects, and he'll get it back from Jovic. That might be enough. Redding looking just to keep possession. Micheal Eric's got it. Now who can pick that up? And possession goes to Darussafaka. Djordjevic can't believe it. Lucic can't believe it. Well, that's Micheal Eric. We just lose the ball there. We can't really tell who had the last contact. And I think, quite rightly, given the context of the situation, that's going to get reviewed. This could decide the game, this play right here. With 11 seconds left in a 1-point game. All eyes on our officiating crew chief. Now, this is going to be a tough call. Now remember, the call on the floor was Darussafaka ball. A huge moment in what's been an extraordinary game. The officials are taking their time on this, and quite rightly too. They have a lot of different angles that they can review. Certainly the angle we saw was not conclusive. So they may well be looking at different angles. Now the call on the floor was a Darussafaka possession. They would have to see something to overturn that. Georgia and everybody just saying, well, what's going to happen next? What a game this has been. And there may well be another twist before this one goes into the history books. Still, Carlos Cortez has a look. There is the call, Darussafaka ball. With 11.7 seconds left. Well, this is it. just 11 fourth-quarter points. As Darussafaka have really shown their teeth defensively. 27 points in the whole of the second half. That's all Darussafaka have allowed them. The problem was they gave away 25 in the first quarter and 47 in the first half. What a difference. Is that going to be enough for Darussafaka to escape from game one with a victory? Or are Bayern going to hold on, having blown a 20-point lead? There's Wilbekin to Micheal Eric, who's been big tonight. A double-double for the big fella. 11 rebounds, 18 points. Jovic to Devin Booker, who's been pretty quiet second half. Indeed, of all their players. 12.6 rebounds for their big guy for Bayern. But now it all comes down to this. This really is game on. 11.7 seconds remain. Darussafaka trailing Bayern Munich by 1 point, but with possession. Eric, St. Kidd, Osdimarolu are out there, as is Wilbekin. No point rushing it. Wilbekin guarded by two. Double team gets it out to St. Clock's ticking. Somebody's got to make a move. Stanton Kidd goes for it all and nails it. A stunning finish to this game. Stanton Kidd with a triple. With less than half a second remaining. Can you believe what you've just seen? They can't. Nobody can. This is a stunning comeback from a team that never knows when it's beat. And it's David Blatt in the middle of that calming everybody down, because it's not over yet. Kidd had to nail this. Look at that, didn't even touch the rim. You can't do it any better than that. And a guy known primarily for his defensive work has come up with a triple that has surely won game one for Darussafaka. They're going to take another look at this just to make sure they've got this call right. This too could be significant. I'm just looking at the feet. That's why Kidd was in the act of throwing there. A toe may have strayed. That is absolutely incredible. Well, game two is going to have to go some to beat this one for drama. Both these teams have just got 3 days to recover from the intensity of this one, the physical and the emotional effects of this one. And what will it do to Bayern Munich if they do come out of here knowing, remember, that in this series they have to get a win in Istanbul, and they've given themselves a 20-point lead and they've blown it. What will that do for them psychologically? Not over yet, remember. And here comes Carlos Cortez once again. He will explain the situation. Is actually the clock he was checking and has added 0.3 of a second. Well, Bayern take a timeout. They need a miracle. Stanton Kidd's nailed that triple. This is one that they're going to replay over and over again. Sanros, clock's ticking. He has to go here. He has to go. Lucic was so close to getting a fingernail on it. But Stanton Kidd, the man they signed in the summer from the German league, has come up with a game winner, surely, for Darussafaka. In a game that has absolutely had everything. Is there something else still to come? Is he the game winner? .7 of a second. is ready to erupt. They cannot do so yet. Hobbs. There's guys on the floor. They'll go for it, and it's missed. Cunningham has missed it. That'll do it. An extraordinary game one in this incredible drama between Darussafaka Istanbul and FC Bayern Munich. It's gone in favour of David Blatt and the home side, who clawed their way back from a 20-point deficit late in the first half to win a nerve shredder on Stanton Kidd's triple inside the final second to make it a final score of Darussafaka Istanbul 76, FC Bayern Munich 74. They never led until the last minute. Darussafaka, even then, it nearly got away. David Blatt, of course, been there, seen it and done it. He's probably the coolest head in the whole place. These fans aren't cool, they are loving it. These fans that were letting Darussafaka's players know all about it in that first half, when they were second best all around the court, they have come back. And you have to look at David Blatt and how he changed things tactically, how he brought on Doğuş Özdemiroglu to play nearly 19 minutes of that second half. What a difference that young man made. That won't show up in the stats, but he did, and everybody knows it. He just brought a level of energy that just ignited the likes of Kidd and Wilbekin, Sant Rose. Micheal Eric was huge as well. Don't overlook his contribution. 18 points and 11 rebounds. And at the very least, there will be a game 3 here. They may even be able to wrap it up in Bavaria. But right now, Darussafaka Istanbul need one more win to book a place in the EuroCup final. An amazing night in Istanbul.
Maçın kahramanlarından Scottie Wilbekin'le beraberiz. Scottie, what a wonderful comeback. What can you say?
It was a great shot by Stan. Great shot by Stan.
Now you used your home advantage. Now you will go to Bayern Munich pitch and you will play there at Friday. What can you say about the second match?
We got to do a better job in the second game of not coming out slow. We came out sluggish. We weren't playing good defense. We weren't playing good offense. And we can't do that and win in Bayern.
Last question, the fans. What can you say about them?
They were great, man. They were great. I love them. I love them. They're great.
Thank you so much. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Scottie Wilbekin'le beraberdik. Söz sizde.
Scottie Wilbekin, his face betrayed it. That was a we got away with one night for Darussafaka. FC Bayern Munich will be thinking, you know what? How on earth did we let this one slip away? I'm sure David Blatt is thinking,
Darussafaka baş antrenörü David Blatt'le birlikteyiz. Coach, what a wonderful comeback. What can you say?
Well, that's pretty special. And a lot of it came from the heart of Doğuş and the heart of Darussafaka, I think.
You used your home advantage now.
Doğuş in this case being Doğuş, our player.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You used your home advantage now at Friday. You will go to Munich and you will play there. What can you say about the second match?
You know, obviously you saw here what a quality team that Bayern is. You know, they tried to play the game of us being the favorite. I mean, that team has multiple national team players, former EuroLeague players, former NBA player, experience, big, strong, tough. And we intelligently, I think, just didn't pay attention to all those games and tried to focus on what was important. We failed in the first half, obviously. We didn't come ready defensively, not from a tactical standpoint, from a mental standpoint. And as soon as we put Doğuş in the game in the second half, he changed everything in terms of defensive tempo. It improved our pace, got our aggressiveness going, and the rest of the guys responded. You know, a lot of credit to that young man.
Last question, I want to ask your personal situation, because when you communicate with the referee, you fell down during the game. What can you say?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm having some serious back problems, which I'll take care of at the end of the year. And I lost my concentration there for a second and fell down like a dummy. But that's okay. You know, we won the game, and that was pretty exciting, and people really enjoyed it. And I'm happy. You know, we had a very hard game on Sunday against Fenerbahce, who's such a great team. And we tried to mix the minutes and keep our guys fresh. And maybe that helped us in the second half. But, you know, when you play Fenerbahce, they're going to be tough up with you physically and emotionally and from a quality standpoint. I think that took something out of us, and we just had to find it in our heart in the second half to get the energy to play. You know, we played Sunday and Tuesday in what's arguably the biggest game of the year for us until this point, and it was hard for us.
Thank you so much. Congrats and good luck at second match. Söz tekrar sizde.
David Blatt, a relieved man. Not a happy man, a relieved man. Somehow, Darussafaka Istanbul have pulled this one out of the fire. To be trailing a team like Bayern by 20 points with a couple of seconds on the clock in the first half, and to come back and win it is extraordinary. Well, there's the box score. All Bayern first half. Just look at the defensive job Darussafaka did second half. 27 points they restricted Bayern to. And the output from the Germans just got less and less. Look at the numbers. Both teams ended up shooting well below 50%. Their 2-pointers, 3-pointers, 8 for Darussafaka, 5 for Bayern. Bayern winning the assist battle pretty handily. Saying good night. We'll just review the highlights once again. An absolutely enthralling match. The bad news is it's over. The good news is the trilogy potentially will continue on Friday with these two teams head to Bavaria and Bayern's Audi Dome, where they are unbeaten in the EuroCup this season. 10-0. They'll be licking their wounds and they'll be looking to put this right. But the bottom line is Darussafaka, had they lost this one, would have put themselves on the brink of elimination. Instead, it's gone the other way. All the good stuff that Bayern Munich displayed in this game tonight, it's counted for nothing. The final analysis. What an inspired move from David Blatt, bringing young Dosh Osdimarolu off the bench to make his first appearance since the second game of the round of 16, would you believe? They certainly didn't see him coming, Bayern Munich, and he certainly made a huge difference to the energy and the intensity of Darussafaka in that second half. Different story. Johan Johnson, Scotty Wilbekin, Micheal Eric, huge. Spare a thought for Jared Cunningham as well. What a game he had in a losing effort. But they weren't going to be denied. Eventually, all that effort from Cunningham. The play back. Great lobs. Distributing brilliantly tonight. Easy one. Rose of Micheal Eric. So much damage up to the rim. Wilbekin doing his damage here, there, and everywhere. There is Osdimarolu with his contribution. Micheal Eric with his contributions a little bit closer to home, of course. But what can Bayern Munich take from this? What can they learn from it? We'll find out. Game 2 on. Stanton Kidd with a play that will live long in the memory in the final second, winning it for Darussafaka. Final score once again, 76-64. Until game 2 in Bayern on Friday, from all of us, bye-bye for now. We'll see you on Friday.